Good goddess, dude. Thou hast returned to us, and with a holy sage in tow. Oh ho, so this is the famous Sister El, the shining star of Romualdr. The lady thou didst work alongside to formulate new cures for the pests and plagues that did afflict the place. Ne'er did I imagine she would be so passing fair. Ah, I am burning with envy. Why didst thou have the good fortune to spend time in that blighted bog and not I? What? Thou didst not only cure the sick, but didst also vanquish the Hades Condor, the source of the sickness itself? Dude, thou art more amusing than thy features suggest, and thy features are most amusing indeed. To think that a common carpenter such as thee could topple such a mighty monster. Whatever wilt thou claim next, dude? That thou wilt defeat the Dragonlord? Pray hold thy tongue, for I fear my sides would split in twain. Leaving such japery aside, 'tis true that the sacred artifact brought by the sage hath brought the Dragonlord's downfall a step closer. When the legendary sword and armor are forged, and the rainbow drop refashioned, thy duty as the builder of Alefgard will be complete. 'Tis a weighty duty to rest upon such frail shoulders, but I bid thee abide this burden just a little longer. Okay, somebody wants to see the sword spin in this game. Alright. Sword spin. I'll do it twice for good measure. Sword spin. Thrice for good measure. Sword spin. Alright, now I'm going to drive a car off this place to see if I take falling damage while in this thing. The answer is I don't. Awesome. I was really curious about that, honestly. And there's our answer. Okay, so now what do we do? Honestly, inventory management. Holy shit, this thing is full. Alright, so I've got like a fuck ton of obsidian. Alright. Well, we might as well make the, the semi-impenetrable wall of obsidian, even if it's going to be short. I think I could make this car in scrap mechanic. Yeah, probably. I can't imagine we wouldn't be able to. Alright, I'm gonna trap this guy in. Never mind. I'm gonna bashmobile him to death. There we go. Well, he tried. Okay, items, more obsidian. Yeah, what I'll probably also consider doing is some kind of extensive trap setup at some point. But, we'll figure it out. Car's the most broken thing and I love it. I love it too. It's so nice having like just the more or less instant death button at this point. Because I really don't feel like dealing with random mobs. And I am very happy to have it. Alright, we good? This is the point. Okay. Oh, so you're actually given a deal in the original Dragon Quest that leads to these events. I actually didn't realize that you were straight up given the deal. Okay, so I think we're good. It's a low wall. It doesn't really need to be bigger. Though I think I'm gonna go back to the center of town just for a quick second. And we're going to we're gonna bash a hole in. Not a hole big enough for a monster, but a hole big enough for a cell door. There we go. So effectively, if anybody wants to get in or out, they can. It's just going to be super limited. Okay, that's good. That's a good sign. Now, I've got a couple of people working in town now. Let's do a couple of things. One, I need to plant some trees. Two, I need to figure out if, Oh, I see. You can't accept it. It's a but I must. Ah, good to know. Alright, chest. Has anybody been cooking? Son of a bitch, nobody's been cooking. Even if that sucks. That's the one thing that kind of makes me super grumple about this, this chapter. Because I think it actually would have been kind of amusing to get the bad ending effectively. Okay, so I'm gonna just plant some trees there for the time being. What else do we do? Honestly, I'm probably gonna delete most of these obsidian blocks. I'll keep like 4 stacks. But everything beyond this is totally useless to me. Get rid of the sandy sandstone. Okay, what next? We've got poisonous peat. I'm gonna get rid of that. That doesn't do me any good. Small stones, completely useless. Tainted tree, totally useless. We'll get the 2 blueprints. I'm gonna go toss them over in Merlin's chest. Oh, yeah, see, Merlin has been working. I think he's the only one in town that's actually been doing anything. Okay, no, I take it back. There are a couple of new things. We have mini Merlins for the top of a tower. Clover carving. Decorate a castle wall. Okay, so she's working. Problem is, nobody's been cooking yet, which is unfortunate. Anyway. Dude, my hero, thou hast rescued the 3 holy sages. All 3 are friends of thine, are they not? I sense mighty bonds of fellowship between you. Almighty Rubus, in her infinite wisdom, did send the sages here to bring these... the 3 sacred artifacts. The artifacts by which thou mightst reconstruct the ancient altar, and thus the rainbow drop. By vouchsafing their arrival, thou hast brought thy sacred duty to prepare for the Dragonlord's downfall 1 step closer to completion. Dude, I've been thinking upon this sacred duty of yours of late. The great goddess did not reveal to me that thou art not the hero who is destined to slay the Dragonlord, and yet I cannot help but feel that, with the powers thou wieldest, thou art abundantly big enough to achieve just that. Indeed, 'twould seem that all thy friends are certain the Dragonlord's destruction will come at thy hand. However, Merlin the Seer doth insist that each and every one of us hath a predetermined path in life, and 'tis not our place to go against the heaven-sent guidance of the goddess. Verily, there is truth in his words. Dude, I thank thee for delivering the 3 holy sages from their plights. For now, at least, let us concentrate on our efforts of rebuilding this castle and making it ready for the day of the Dragonlord's reconstruction. Or deconstruction. Okay. We get this, and we get quests. This castle of yours is coming along splendidly. At this rate, it may soon put even Cantlin to shame. But, enough small talk. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but delivering the ancient emblem wasn't the only reason for coming here. I also have to teach you how to forge the fabled armor you need to wear when you face the Dragonlord. When the great goddess appeared to me and told me I had to help you prepare for the day of the Dragonlord's downfall, I remembered something. There is a chapter in the Cantlin Chronicle that described a long-lost suit of armor. It told how the great blacksmith, Magog, forged it for the hero of legend to wear when he faced the Dragonlord so many aeons ago. You remember that name, dude? Indeed, the legendary suit of armor was created by none other than the ancestor of our good friend Magnus. I asked Magnus if he had any inkling where the armor might be found, a secret family stash maybe. Sadly, no. He told me that the armor went missing long ago. But if I were to tell you what he knew of its construction, you'd be able to rebuild it. Listen closely, dude. I'll tell you that everything that Magnus told me. Use this knowledge to rebuild the armor and defeat the Dragonlord. Okay, so auroral armor. Take no damage from poison or lava. Okay, I have to look this up for a second. Okay, you cannot be wearing the auroral armor or the hero shield when you start the battle with the Dragonlord. Don't even touch them during either phase. The Sword of Kings is entirely okay to use, however. Okay. So, apparently we can make the auroral armor and wear it for everything up until the optional objective. Up until the final boss fight. Then we have to put it away. Good. Watch it, dude. You ready to give that Dragonlord a proper walloping? Ah, sorry. Of course you ain't. I ain't told you how to make the legendary sword yet, have I? Alright, here goes. I'll show you how to go about forging the Sword of Kings. There's an old legend doing the rounds back in Cole, saying this sword was first forged there hundreds and hundreds of years ago. So as soon as you set off to Tantagel, we started going through all of Galileo's old books to see if we could find out how the thing was put together in the first place. And we finally did it. So, here, follow these instructions. Get that Sword of Kings rebuilt and use it to lop that Rotter's block off. Okay, so we get the Sword of Kings. Does not degrade with use. Good. Okay, something in the dungeon might help? Yeah, I'm gonna make the armor and other stuff first, though. And then we'll go do the dungeon. I'm gonna do everything up until the final boss fight. And then we're gonna come back. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anyway, yeah. Spoiler might help. Go for it. Okay. Ah, dude, this may not be the ideal time for it, but I have an urgent matter to discuss with you regarding the princess. As well thou knowest, the princess is a kind and gentle creature who will happily break bread with even her lowliest subject. But what of her sleeping quarters? 'Tis hardly fitting that her majesty should be forced to sleep in such ignoble surroundings. Wherefore, I prithee, build her a bedroom fit for her station. Naturally, the princess knoweth not of this request. She is far too humble to demand aught for herself, especially in such dire times as these. And yet, I must, for it is my sacred duty as a knight of Tantagel to ensure that my princess comfort and security. As for the chamber location, I deem that far corner the safest spot. I bid thee decorate the room in a manner fit for a princess, with flowers and candelabrum and a chick chair. Not to mention a lady sign to mark the room as hers, and a four-poster bed of such opulence as befitteth her nobility. What sayest thou, dude? Is it within thy powers to dream up a bedstead as magnificent as that? Okay, so princess-sized bed. Yay, we'll have to figure it out. Okay, you're stripped of all gear just before the final fight. Nothing you can do to avoid this. Build the best stuff and use them always. Alright, we got the last one. Oh, dude, it's so wonderful to be living alongside you again. It feels like a dream. Though, it may not feel that way to you. After all, you have an incredibly important mission to fulfill. Nothing less than defeating the Dragonlord. I'm sure there will be times when you feel terribly tired, both in your body and your soul. When those times come, I'll do everything I can to ease your pain. But first of all, I want you to do something for me. No, for everyone. Don't you think it would be ever so helpful if we had a special room in the castle to rest and recuperate, not just physically, but spiritually too? Back in Romulder, I saw many sights that were so utterly awful that made my eyes spin and my stomach turn. Whenever I thought things couldn't get any worse, I took strength from my faith and gathered the will to persevere in my mission. Everyone's fighting so hard to protect this place. If we had a room set aside where they could find a little peace, I think it would help them in the same way. Here, dude, I've drawn a picture of the kind of thing I'm thinking of. I'd be ever so grateful if you could build it for me. As for the statue of the goddess that I've drawn in my blueprint, I've thought long and hard about how you could go about building it. I wouldn't presume to tell the builder how to do his own job, but if you bear with me for just a moment. Okay, we get the Holy Hostel blueprint, which sucks because I already have a hotel, or an inn. Anyway, we'll figure it out. Anyway, can I make this equipment? Well, I can make this Sword of Kings wicked easy. Wow. Okay, we still don't have the hero shield. Oh, that's okay. Anyway, so I'm gonna make all the fancy equipment. This is fast. Blimey, O'Reilly! That's the Sword of Kings, alright? Nice one, dude. You're one step closer to taking down the Dragonlord. Oh, and while we're on the subject of fighting the good fight, do you mind if I give that old codger Merlin and his 2 stupid knights a punch up the bracket? Those stuck-up snobs keep telling you the carpenter. Oh, calling you the carpenter and saying it ain't your proper place to take down the Dragonlord. Who gives a flying plumberry about whose place it is? Who do they think they are, telling everyone what they can and can't do? The only person who gets to decide that is you. I've never got with all this talk of oracles and divine messengers and all that rubbish. I'll give it to you straight, dude. I didn't come here because some poxy goddess sent me. I came here to give you the Sunstone and teach you how to forge the Sword of Kings. And that's that. Those posh prats have got me all riled up. It's times like these I could really do with a nice hot bath. As soon as the Dragonlord's done with and the world's at peace again, you can come back with me to Cole, and we can both have a good long soak. Baird, Cecile, and all the boys are waiting for you. If you're lucky, maybe even Galileo will show his smuggled mug again. Alright, and we get some silver for that. This feels slightly wrong, but okay. Anyway, let's sort equipment for a second. Let's get rid of the stick. Let's get rid of these swords. Get rid of these hammers. Equipment. Let's unequip pretty much everything. Oh, interesting. The armor does have, the armor does have durability. Well, I'm gonna keep that. Okay. So, I look fancy. We still need the hero shield or something like that. But that's okay. Ah, right. Rollo. By my towering cheekbones, you've rebuilt the auroral armor. Can I try it on, dude? I've always wondered what I'd look like if I were a hero. What? Never be able to get the stink out. Honestly, dude, you haven't changed since the very first moment I met you. Whatever pops into your mind flies straight out of your mouth. You'd think a servant to the goddess would be a little bit more prudent with their words, particularly when dealing with sensitive souls. I don't know whether to put it down to mere naivety or something else. But never mind. I like that you can speak your mind to me, dude. Shows what great friends we are. By the way, dude, why does that old fool Merlin always act like he knows better than everyone else? He even went so far as to say that you aren't the one who's going to defeat the Dragonlord. But you're the only one in the whole wide world who can possibly do it. Even I know that. So whatever you do, dude, don't listen to that silly old man. I want to see this world bathed in light again. I know that Pippa and LaRouche and everyone else back in Cantlin are all eagerly awaiting the day that Alefgard knows the true peace once more. Whoops, microphone. Oh, and one more thing. You've rebuilt the auroral armor, but don't you think it's a little lacking on its own? Wouldn't a great big shield be just the thing to really set the ensemble off? Have a think about it and see what you can come up with. And we get 1 hunk of gold. These people are kind of useless. But we figured out how to make the hero shield. Yay! Neither of these things I'm going to be able to bring with me into the final mission. Oh, shut up, Elle. I got other things to do. Okay, here we go. You know, I might actually send this game along to my dad somehow at some point. My dad loved the original, Dragon Quest. Like, a lot. Okay, anyway, I guess let's make this shitty thing for a second. Fortunately, we need a lot of castle foundations. Whoa, okay, interesting enough. The Holy Hostel is a bit of both. Huh. Well, this is awkward. Didn't realize it would require... Yeah, so I can make a Holy Hostel as we are. Ish. But it looks like I'm gonna have to probably build it from scratch just because. Shut up. Shut up. I'm working on it right now. If you don't talk to me, this goes faster. Okay, right. We also have the bedroom to work on. I'll figure that out in a second. Let's get the I guess we might as well make as many as we can. Okay. Okay, so we just want to do 1. I think I have enough. Luckily, we didn't get a blueprint for the princess's bedroom, which is quite nice. So let's just go around. Pop all these down. Okay, what kind of door are we looking at? Magic door. Good. I have many of those. Hey, we do actually have a number of red silk nonsenses. I guess we should probably clear our inventory for a little while. Okay. Magic door. Okay, so we need a... Oh. We need 2 more bits of foundation blocks, apparently. Do I still... Okay, good. I still have 23. I like the foundations, but I wish it was kind of block that I could get really easily. So we need dining table, 2 comfy stools, castle walls. We'll start with the castle walls, because those are really easy to do. There we go. Some items are not crafted by NPCs once you upgrade the station to the next level. Kind of sucks. Oh, are we talking about smithing or... I mean, realistically, what'll happen is we'll get to Terra Incognita, and then I'm probably going to set up like a crazy sweatshop system. So people can, so all of my villagers can just produce items for me that I can't produce. And I'll probably have one of every type of building, just for sheer convenience. Do you starve in Terra Incognita, come to think of it? I don't actually know that one. That's an interesting question. Alright, 6 beds. This is probably going to be the hard part. Let's get the candlestick. Okay. Let's see. How many beds can I make? Bunches. Okay, good. Sadly, I can't set how many I actually want to make, which is kind of unfortunate. Like, I really wish there was a slider for how many beds you make in a stack or something. I don't know. Anyway. So the whole starting area is considered your town. As long as you make a proper room, you won't starve. Good to know. Oops, that's the wrong one. Fancy bedroom. Okay, so we still need statue of the goddess, tables, brick barbecue. Shouldn't take too long. Brick barbecue requires a cook fire. Cook fire requires a bonfire. Bonfire requires blue goo. Okay, good. We do have potential victims. Just gotta go kill them. I love this thing. Okay. How much slime can I get? Plenty, I guess. I forget... Well... Not that I forget. Glad that this sword can just, like, one-shot things. That's super helpful. Okay. I think that's probably enough goo for the time being. Fuck you, wizard! Fuck you too, other wizard. You skeleton, I guess. Oh, you know what I could totally do? I could totally make like a... I could totally make like a ramp or something. And like launch myself into town. That'd be hilarious. Oh man, that would be really good. I'd enjoy that a lot. Okay. Bonfire. Let's see. Dining table. Oh. Guess I'm glad I didn't delete all of that coarse cloth. Turns out we needed it. Okay, chest. Try digging with a sword. Curious if it can be cheese, since it's destructible. You mean, can I use it as a, Can I use it to destroy obsidian? I'll check it out. It'll probably be fine. Okay, and we gotta make a statue of the goddess, which is probably over here. Yes? No? Huh. Guess not. Alright. Statue of the goddess. Guess I'm gonna have to pour through this entire mess. And hope it shows up at some point. I don't know how to make it. What? Huh. Oh, you know what? No, it's over here. Got a statue requires stone. Son of a bitch. Well, we might have some stones back on the Oops, didn't mean to do this. Okay. Let's, clear my inventory out for a second. Alright, barbecue. Did I need anything else? I don't remember. Nor do I care. So we need the statue. We need these two. Alright, there we go. Alright, so now we've got a barbecue chicken. All we need left is the statue. Okay. Anything else? Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay. Can I break this stone with my sword? All signs point to yes, though it might not have as much digging power. We'll see. I'll need to go find some obsidian at some point and see if I can use this thing as a expensive mining pick. Because I could. An expensive and invincible mining pick, mind you. Okay, that should be a good amount. Barbecue chicken. Oh, dude, I could go for some barbecue chicken. I had pretty terrible Japanese food today, and so I'm just kind of like craving something. Oh, but we're gonna have barbecue pork tomorrow. Alright, that'll be good enough. Alright, let us make the goddess statue. Okay. Alright, so we've got the Holy Hostel. Prevents your hunger meter from falling well inside your base. Residents will cook food and put it inside the chest. So, it really does actually require 6 beds and the other things. Oh, this kind of super sucks. I guess I'll keep both. Wait, what's wrong? Oh, shit. I need 3 pots. Otherwise, she's not going to be happy. That is dumb. At least we've got just enough blue goo to make all the pots we need. Man, I remember all that science I did in the first episode. Those like first 14 episodes. We did not, really did not keep to all of those. Well, whatever. Let's see. Oh, right. Let's turn this in. Goddess be praised. It's even more beautiful than I imagined it. Thank you, dude. Now the people of Tantagel have a sanctuary from all of this danger and darkness. Speaking of darkness, there's something I've been meaning to ask you about. I've heard rumor about the young warrior who set out from Tantagel long ago to fight the Dragonlord, the hated king of the monsters. The story goes that the Dragonlord asked the warrior to join him in return for half the world, and the warrior answered yes. And that's how this bleak and benighted world came to existence. What I don't understand, dude, is why the warrior would agree to the Dragonlord's offer. They say he was a scion of the legendary hero. Had he only seen out his mission till the end, he would have become a great hero himself. And he chose to turn his back on that goodness and that glory and accept the offer of the great deceiver himself. Did he truly believe that the Dragonlord would part with half the world so easily? The poor fool. He committed a great sin when he went against the goddess's guidance. I'm sure he had his reasons. If that warrior was still alive today, I'd be ever so keen to meet him. Perhaps I could convince him to return to the righteous path. Oh, I nearly forgot. My grandfather asked me to give you this. It is a secret recipe for a medicine with miraculous healing properties. You might very well need it if you're going to fight the Dragonlord himself. Okay. Yggdrasil Essence. Revives and restores you to full health upon death. Automatically used if held. I'm going to make a shit ton of those. I assume I make them here. What do we need for it? Oh my god, I don't have those well, I have some of these resources. We're just going to cheese the shit out of the final boss by just having a billion of those.